Hello everybody, hope you are doing well. Today we are going to fetch and display the latest message inside our inbox view. So this is the screen I'm talking about. So before we start coding, let me show you the logic behind it. And the first thing, as you can see, if we go to our user, for example, with this user ID, you see it got a collection called latest messages. And this collection got the same ID of the user he had a discussion with, but inside this user ID, you see you got the entire last message. That's how we are going to get the last message. So let's start coding. It's very easy, to be honest. And first thing we need in our send message when we go to our chat service, we need, when we send the message, to also set the data for the latest message. So first let's create a chat let latest current user ref, and it will be equal to firestore collection. And as always, if we go and follow the path, so you can see the collection is messages. So collection will be messages. Then we go to document, and our document, as you can see, it's this one, dr1, which is our current user ID. So current user ID, then dot collection, and it will be latest messages, as you can see. So collection will be latest messages, and then we got the chat partner ID. So dot document, and it will be chat partner ID. And if we go to our user who got this ID LE2, let's search for it. Where is LE2? Okay, this one. Okay, as you can see, he also got latest messages, and inside its latest message he got his discussion with dr1. So we are going to create another one. It will be latest chat partner ref, and it will be the same as this one, as you just saw, but with one difference. The chat partner ID will be here, and here it will be dot document with current user ID. And when we set the data in the current user ref and chat partner ref, we are also going to set the data for these two. So it will be let current user ref dot set data, and it will be message data, and also chat latest chat partner ref dot set data and message data. And that's all we need to have this result. So if I go to my current tutorial one, as you can see, I don't have a latest message collection, but once I build the project, hopefully when I send a message I will have one. So, and that will be the first step, of course. Then we need, of course, to fetch this data and display it. But the first step, as you all know, is to send the data. So let's wait for it until it finishes installing the app. And I apologize, it's a little slow. Anyway, hopefully everything will be working perfectly. Okay, and then we will start working on okay, perfect. If I go now to Thomas Shelby, I already have a number of discussion with him, and let's send him hi again. Okay, I just sent him hi, and in the next video I will handle this problem. It should be auto scrolling, so in the next video we will handle it, or the one after, but anyway, I just sent him hi. If I go now here and refresh, hopefully I will have a field or a collection called latest messages with its ID and with the latest message. Okay, perfect, as you can see, and with the ID, and it should have hi as message text, which is perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay, we did now the first step. Now the second step is to be able to observe the messages. Okay, so to do so we will first add an inbox service, which will be a file that will have the task of handling this. So I will add a file called inbox service. I will start by importing Firebase, and here I will have class inbox service, and of course I want a function that will handle and observe the messages. So func observe messages, or observe latest messages. Okay, perfect. Now let's go back and here let's go to our messages. To observe our latest messages, the first thing I need is to know the current user ID. So we need to know the current user ID, so we need to get it. So guard let current user ID equal auth current user uid, else return. That's the first step. The second step, we need to write a query to our path. So it will be let query equal firestore.collection, and as you probably all guessed, messages document with the document path, and again, as you probably all have guessed, our current user ID. So current user ID, then .collection, and it will be our latest messages. So we will write latest messages, and be careful when writing latest messages. It needs to be just written the same way as written here. Okay, and then it will be .order by, and as always by timestamp, and it will be descending true. Okay, perfect. Then the third step, or the next step, is, as you probably all of you have guessed, and as we did when observing for our chat service, so we will use add snapshot listener. So it will be query dot add snapshot listener, and here we will have snapshot, and the error I don't really care about it here. And now that I got my snapshot, the first and most important step is I will be getting the changes, but I need to check that these changes are how to say it, like for example here, when where am I getting the changes? Okay, you see, when here I'm getting the changes, I filter with .type is only .added. But in our case, for the inbox view, for example, Thomas Shelby just sent us hi. Okay, when he sent us later how are you, it won't be .added, it will be .modified. So there is a case where we don't have a discussion, any discussion, for example, with, I don't know, with Nancy Wheeler, for example. When she sent to us hi, it will be dot added. And when Thomas Shelby sent to us, for example, how are you, when he already sent us highs, it will be dot modified. So we are going to do the same thing as here, but the only difference, it will be $0 dot type equal dot added or dot modified. So we go back here and it will be Garlet changes equal snapshot dot document changes dot filter, and here it will be $0 dot type equal dot added, or what I just wrote here means or for people who are beginner, and it will be here $0 dot type equal dot modified, and of course else return. Okay, that's perfect. Now the one thing I want is to store this in a published variable, so here I will add published var document changes. It will be an array of document change, and self dot document changes will be equal to changes. And that's all we need to be able to observe the latest messages. Okay, perfect. Now the next step is to work on our view model. So we need to subscribe to our document changes. So when it changed, we got the change. So we need to go to our inbox view model. And here we need an array of the latest messages. So at published var latest messages, it will be equal to an array of message okay, that's the first step. I will also need the inbox service, so here I will add private var inbox service equal inbox service, and the first thing I want to do is as you can see is to call my observe latest messages, so my document chains will be updated. So here it will be inbox service dot observe latest messages. That's the first thing. I also want my latest messages to be updated when inside my inbox service when my document changes is updated. To do so, I will do the same as I did here. I will subscribe to the document changes. So here it will be inbox service dot dollar document changes dot sync, and here it will be weak self to avoid a retain cycle, and it will be changes. Okay, and here we got a little problem. As you know, our changes, if we go back here to our book, it's of type an array of document chains, and our message array is of type message, an array of type message. So we need to transform this document changes array into a message array. So we need, of course, we will store it in first cancelable, and we need to make a function. So private func, and we will call it load initial messages, Okay, and it will take as an argument our changes. So with changes of type array of document change. And I forgot to import Firebase, so that's why the autocomplete don't work. So okay, it will be an array of document change. Okay, perfect. And here I will call my function, so it will be self.load initial messages, and I will give it changes. And inside this function, I'm going to transform this array into an array of messages. To do so, it's very easy using compact map. So it will be changes dot compact map, and it will be $0 dot document dot data as message self, and of course I need a try here. They make it optional so I don't have to handle the throw case, and I'm going to store it inside a variable. I will call it messages. Okay, perfect. Now there is also another little problem. I want to store these messages inside my latest messages, but as you probably know, if I go now, don't know which one is, I think this one is the complete app. Okay, as you can see, I got the chat partner image and the full name and everything, and my messages that I'm getting, I don't know the user that has this message or the chat partner user, so I need to know it. To know it, I will first do for e in 0 to message count, and here I need a function that enables me to get the user with his ID. So I will need to go to my user service, and here I need to create a function that gets me the user with its user ID. So fetch user with user ID, it will be user ID of type string, and here we got a little problem. Unlike all the other function you are seeing here, because we are working with completion handler, we cannot use async await. So we need to use a completion handler to fetch our user here with the user ID. Unfortunately, you cannot mix async await with completion handler, so it will be completion at escaping, but the good thing, both of them are very easy to understand. Okay, here it will be user, and you write this, and it's the same as writing void. I showed you in the video where we worked with completion handler, we wrote, I think, void in that video. That's why today we write this. It's the same, so you are free to choose whatever you want to work with. Okay, and to fetch a user, it's very easy. We go here. Okay, let's return to our message. So you need to go to the collection user, so it will be firestore.collection users, .get document, and you see it comes with a completion. This is perfect, and it will return a snapshot, and the error I'm not going to handle it here. And here in my snapshot, as you probably all of you can guess, it will be guard let user, and I'm going to make my snapshot into a user object, so it will be snapshot dot Okay, I made a mistake, I apologize. Okay, I forgot that we are searching with the user ID, and after the user, as you can see, we got a document with the user ID that we are searching, so it will be dot document with a document path of user ID. A very silly mistake, I apologize. And here we got to get document with a completion, and we got to snapshot, and the error again, I'm not going to handle it. And here we got guard let user equal snapshot dot data as user dot self, and we need to try here think and else return, and then we have completion and we give it the user, and that's all we need to write to get our user with user ID. It's very easy once you are familiar with completion handler. Anyway, now we need to go to our inbox view model, and here we need first to fetch the user with our function that we just created. So it will be user service dot shared dot fetch user, and we are going to give it the message with that particular index dot chat partner ID. And of course, the reason why I chose chat partner ID is because I don't care who sent the last message. If I send the last message, I don't want to see my picture and my name. I always want to see the chat partner image and name. That's why I gave it chat partner ID. And as you can see, one of the beauty of working with a completion handler, you got a callback, and that's beautiful with user. And here every message we are going to give it to user, so message e dot with that index dot user will be equal to user, and that's perfect. This way all our messages have a user. Now the second step, or the second thing we need to check is, you see, when I got the latest messages, there are two cases that we need to take into consideration. The first one, for example, I had a discussion with Jim Halpert where he sent to me hello bro, and now I'm going to insert a new message from Jim Halpert. First thing is, if I'm going to insert a message for Jim Halpert, I want it to be inserted in top, so with the index of 0, so it appears in the top of my screen, not in the third position. That's the first thing. And the second thing, of course, I want to delete the old message. So first thing we need to check it's our first message or not. So it will be, or if it will be better here, if let user index in latest messages equal, and here we are going to search if inside my latest message I got already a discussion with this particular user. So dot last index where $0 dot user equal to message with that in this particular index dot user. Okay, if that's the case, okay, I forgot self, I apologize. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Anyway, okay, if I already got this discussion with this user, I want to delete that discussion, so it will be self.latest messages dot remove add, and I will give it the index where I had a discussion with that user. And then I don't care if I already have or not, I will insert my new message in the first index, in the index 0, so it appears always in the top. So it will be self.latest messages dot insert and the new element will be messages E, and it will be at the position 0. And that's all we need to be able to overload our messages and to fetch them and display them. Okay, now the last step is, I think, to go to our inbox view, and I believe okay, as you can see, I'm displaying inbox row view so far. Okay, so for each this one I want to be view model dot my latest messages, and this should return a message. Then I need to inject my message to inbox row view, so to go to inbox row view, and here I will have private var message of type message, and I'm going to add it to the initializer, so message of type message, and it will be self.message equal message. This one will be message.user.full name, of course, else empty string. For this one, send video, I want the text, message text, so it will be message.message text. Okay, I think for this one, for yesterday, I think I got a function, so message dot, I think timestamp dot that value. Okay, or you know what, let's keep it yesterday for now. I will handle it later. I need to check, I think I didn't implement the function I need to implement. And for the message, for my preview, let's give it message dot, where is my mock user? Did I delete it? Sorry, I need to check my message. Okay, I got a message group mock user, I don't have, so no need for the preview for now. That's not really my issue so far. Okay, and here I need, of course, to inject it with my message, and hopefully everything will be working perfectly. So I should see a discussion with Thomas Shelby, so finger crossed, hopefully everything will be working, because the video is already getting a little bit long, so I really hope we don't suffer from a setback and that everything will be working. Okay, perfect. We got our discussion with Thomas Shelby, that's a good thing. The bad thing, in the other hand, is the image. I'm not displaying it, and I think because I didn't implement Kingfisher yet, so let's go to our inbox row view again. And let me check. Okay, I'm giving it user.mockUser, and it should be message.user. So let's run it again. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy with what we achieved in today's video. It was longer than I expected, to be honest, but okay, perfect. And as you can see, hi, and this was our last message with Thomas Shelby and the image. Let's say I make a discussion with Nancy Wheeler, for example, and send to her hello. Send to her the message. When I go back, it's perfect, as you can see. Nancy Wheeler is in top of my inbox view, she's right. with the correct name. She don't have an image, so with the correct image and with the correct text or message text. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.